Hi everyone, I'm Fiona Forbes for InvestmentPitch Media, and today I am joined by President and CEO of Inflection Resources, which was just listed on the CSE, Alistair Waddell. How are you, my friend?
Very well, thank you.
So tell us about Inflection Resources, a little bit about the company.
Absolutely. So Inflection Resources, it's as you say, a recently listed company on the CSE. It's an exploration company that's exploring for gold and copper gold projects in Eastern Australia. We have a large portfolio of 100% owned projects in New South Wales and an additional project in Queensland, and we're gearing up to execute a first pass drill program on a portfolio of 20 drill ready targets.
And why Australia? Why New South Wales?
Well, certainly we're very keen to have an excellent jurisdiction. Obviously, Australia is a super safe jurisdiction where the miners ultimately want to own assets. And New South Wales in particular is very much pro-mining, pro-investment, and been very, very helpful in terms of assisting us with getting title to various projects and things like that. But it's a great, great jurisdiction.
And tell us a little bit about what separates Inflection from other companies.
So Inflection, one of the key parts of the company is the assets are 100% owned. So these are projects we've generated ourselves. These are big targets. They're clean title. There's no complicated joint ventures as such, and they are drill ready. So I think we're unusual in the fact that we've got so many projects that are ready to be tested for the first time.
And tell us a little bit about your company's structure and about the team that you've got behind you at Inflection. Certainly.
Well, it's a very tightly held company in terms of the share structure. In terms of the team, it's a very technically driven team. We've got an excellent group of very experienced geologists behind the group, and in particular I would highlight Douglas Haynes. And Douglas Haynes was really the gentleman behind a lot of the targets that were generated in New South Wales, and Douglas was the former chief geologist for Western Mining Corporation, one of the great Australian mining groups, and later for BHP as well. And he was really the technical driving force behind a lot of the targets we're going to drill test.
Let's dig in a little bit. Tell us about specifically about some of the projects that you're working on at Inflection.
Absolutely. So we've got three initiatives, two in New South Wales and one in Queensland, but the principal project is chasing large gold and copper gold targets undercover in the northern extension of what we call the Lachlan Fold Belt. And this is a belt of rocks which extends from Victoria through New South Wales and disappears under young cover. And this belt of rocks is host to some very big mines, including Newcrest Mining's Cadia Ridgeway operation, Evolution Mining's Cal Mine, and the China Moly North Parkes operation. And what the real story behind this is Douglas Haynes, the geologist that generates these targets, identified a whole series of areas of interest undercover using regional magnetics that was flown by the government of New South Wales. And we've identified 20 large targets which haven't essentially been drill tested before, and we're going to execute a drill program. We're going to drill 38 holes on these 20 targets and see if we can find a large gold or copper gold system undercover.
Tell us what some of the short-term milestones are for Inflection. What's going to be next?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very much a drill story from day one. We're going to execute on our first pass drill program across these 20 targets. It's going to take several months, but the goal here is to drill between 1 and 3 holes in each target. And we're really looking for big deposits undercover, so we're anticipating hitting some sort of alteration on some of these targets. But it's very much a drill and kill type program. We're not expecting hits on every single project, but we're testing big targets with big footprints, alteration footprints, and hopefully we tag into one of the big deposits. Let's talk to investors. Why Inflection? Very much focus on a great stable jurisdiction that's actively encouraging investment in exploration. We've got a great technical team with a tremendous track record of discovery. Very tight share structure. It's a new company, very, very closely held by management. And we're drill ready. We are truly going to start drilling big targets from day one.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Alistair. If you want to find out more about Inflection Resources, you can just go to their website. It is inflectionresources.com. For InvestmentPitch Media, I'm Fiona Forbes.